Well, a federal judge this week denied the Justice Department's motion to access the classified records stored at Mar-a-Lago. The judge also selected Judge Raymond Dearie to serve as the special master. Dearie must now complete his review by November 30th, and that is a slightly shorter deadline than the 90-day window former President Trump was hoping for. So here to talk more about what all of this means, national security expert Jamil Jaffer. Thank you so much for being here.
Thanks for having me, Natasha.
Can you share with us, who is Judge Raymond Dearie? What kind of experience is he bringing to the table?
Sure. Well, Judge Dearie brings a significant amount of experience to the table. He's a former federal prosecutor, ran the U.S. Attorney's Office there in New York, and has been on the bench for a number of decades. A well-respected federal judge. Also served on the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Court, so has experience dealing with classified materials of the very nature that we're talking about here, highly classified materials. And had a security clearance and continues to have security clearance as part of his job as a federal judge. So obviously, clearly well qualified, well experienced, and I think by all accounts, both for prosecutors and defendants, viewed as an honest and fair judge.
Well, we know this is a complicated and certainly an unprecedented case. What is the special master specifically looking for here?
Well, what Judge Cannon has asked the special master to do is to look at all these documents, figure out whether any of them are privileged, and whether they're presidential records subject to the Presidential Records Act. So two categories of documents: privileged documents that have some sort of, attorney-client material or the like in them, and then presidential records, and whether those presidential records might have some other form of privilege, whether attorney-client or executive privilege. That's still a little bit of a debatable area because there are questions about whether a former president can assert the executive privilege, but that's sort of what's in play for the special master. Look at these 11,000 pages of material.
Well, we wonder what Trump's team is thinking of all of this. You know, in a radio interview, former President Trump says that he does not expect to be indicted. He maintains that he had declassified all of the documents that he kept at his home. His legal team has not actually argued that in court. What is the defense strategy here?
Yeah, it's a great question. This appointment of a special master is an interesting move. It seems an effort to sort of, look at the documents and see if they can pull some of these documents out. But of course, the underlying question is, what about the classified materials? That's what the DOJ is looking at. And to that extent, as you point out correctly, Natasha, they have not made the argument that he's declassified them. They've suggested a variety of files, but they've never come out and said it. And the Justice Department actually called this out in their latest filing, saying, look, if they want to make that argument, they can, but they need to file a declaration, a statement of facts from the president saying, I did declassify these in the procedure that he followed to do so. The president said he has, but his attorneys have not. So we'll see how this plays out now before the court and as the special master looks at these documents.
Yeah, absolutely. Always appreciate your insights. Great to see you, Jamil Jaffer. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Natasha.